If somebody's looking to sell in 5 or more years, like, what's the single most important advice that you would give them today to be successful?
Well, it comes down to three things, truly. Uh, I'm running a business, and it just makes it more sellable. But people, process, and profit. Um, you've got to have the right people in the right seats and be mindful of the team. And the more you build a management team and a team that allows you to leverage their expertise, and you can elevate yourself up and out of the business so that you're working on it. So it's about people, process, and profit. And if you have the right people in place, the right team, it allows you to elevate yourself and be less owner dependent. It just allows the business to run better. Process, again, I'm a very process driven guy. The more that you can have good processes in place, makes a business more efficient, and also document so that the next owner can either improve those processes or at least know how it works. There's nothing worse than if you have a key person that has it all in their head. Well, if that key person leaves the company, uh, it puts you at risk. So that's the things that you want to have documented. And then profit, because every business needs to be mindful of making money, making a profit. We're not in this to be a nonprofit in the business world to make money. Again, making money doesn't have to be about greed. It just means that you can do more good or that you can build more and make more. Companies to stay healthy has to make money, whether you reinvest it back in the company or you do it to give bonuses to the employees. There's all sorts of different ways, but people, processes, and profits. If you're mindful of those three things, uh, it will lead to a better business, lead to more fun, and guess what? It will make it easier to sell. Sometimes people say, "Well, if I do these things, do I get more money?" And my answer is, it could be infinitely more money because you might sell versus not selling at all. You know, even though you may be limited, you ought to get your proverbial $1 million instead of 10. A million's better than zero.
Yes,
Nothing
yes, it
worse than
is.
when we get called by a restaurant. That industry is tough. I would not want to own a bar or restaurant. But you know, oh, I've invested $1 million in the build out and doing all this great stuff, but I'm just done. I want to sell this for $1 million. Well, how much do you make? Oh, we lose 10 grand a month. I'm sorry, you can't sell a business that loses 10 grand a month for $1 million. It just doesn't equate.
Nope, nope, not sure there's a buyer out there. Well, and at the end of the day, we've talked about we've talked a lot. And although the selling process may look intimidating or may seem very complex, which make no mistake, it's not easy, but that's where you come in and that's where your expertise, I think, lends hand over hand perfectly for the audience. So, yeah, selling a business can be complex, but the good news is you have yourself, Brad, over at Advanced Business Brokers, who will literally navigate and lead you through the entire process. So, it's not as daunting as what it seems when you contact the right business broker. Do you have any last parting words of advice or anything you want to mention, or give me something that we can share?
Sure, and I'm always happy to be a resource. I would say I will educate all day long for free, uh, but I won't work for free. So if anybody ever has questions, I'm always happy to. And you're absolutely right. Having the right team when it comes to exit strategy or transitioning is worth its weight in gold. So it is a team sport. It's not just about broker. There's bankers, there's attorneys, there's CPAs. They all play a different role for different parts of this process. And so you'll want to have a good team depending on what you're trying to accomplish. But again, as you know, I'm always available if somebody wants to call me. Uh, I I don't want to tell you your baby's ugly. And so when I say that tongue in cheek, it's about honesty and transparency to help you uh, see where you can go. And so starting early, you actually have runway to make changes and make adjustments. If you're starting, hey, that you want to be done within the next 3 to 6 months or even in the next year, you can clean stuff up a little, but you're not going to substantially move the needle.